Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Caroline A. Amante, and today we will be discussing about the contemporary world, its content, and its course requirement. Before that, just a brief introduction. I will be your instructor for this sem, and a little background check. I graduated from Leyte Normal University, and in there I took up a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies. So I graduated May 2019. I took the LET or BLEPT or Board Licensure Examination for Professional Teachers on September of 2019, and I passed the BLEPT on December 2019, and yeah, here we are. I'm already teaching at EVSU. So this is my second sem, just still my second sem. So I'm 22, and yeah, that's all. So let's move on now to our subject, the contemporary world. So what is the contemporary world? So here's the course description. It says that this course introduces a lot of topic on globalization. It mainly focuses on economic, religious, technological, social, and political, also technological advances. So basically, this subject is on about a combination of economics and world history, and also will be dwelling on particularly on social-political problems. And of course, hindi mawawala is the economic issues. And we will also be focusing this on the Philippine context also. So here is the course content, the lessons per unit, and the course requirements. So for lesson 1 or unit 1, we will be discussing these topics. For Unit 2, we actually subdivided this to sub-units. We have Unit 2.A and Unit 2.B. For Unit 3, we will be discussing these topics for lessons also. And then for Lesson 4 or Unit 4, there are actually specialized topics for each program. So for education students, we have educational trends, education 4.0, and test taking skills gearing up for the BLEP. So we did this with my previous class last sem. So we talked about the skills that they would like to know before taking the BLEP. It's actually, I discussed this with my BE Ed second year students. So, you guys, I have BE Ed first year. So, even though that is far away, like 4 or 3 years from now, you should be gearing up for the blood because it's really hectic and it's really hard. So, it will be useful for BE Ed students. So, for accounting students, here are the topics for Unit 4 and also for BS Math students. And for my BSMT or BS MacTech class, a specialized topic for Unit 4 will still be announced. So keep posted. For the course requirements, every lesson or every end of the lesson we have activities. We will limit this to only one activities at the end of each lesson. So for another one is for your final activity. I will give this to you by the time we reach unit 4. So it's still to be arranged. I'm still thinking on what is a good final activity for you guys. So of course, very necessary midterm and final examination. So when and where to pass, this is very important. You should send only your finished activities or requirements to my EBSU mail. That is caroline.amante@ebsu.edu.ph. You can also send them to my messenger through file or captured images so that it would be easier for you, because if I let you send them through Google Class or sometimes through email, it can't get through, or it usually requires more data to send them using those apps. So I am allowing you to pass them through Messenger. So suggested schedule of the deadlines is posted every time an activity or task is given. So what does this mean? What is a suggested schedule? suggested schedule doesn't really mean that I won't be accepting your activity after the set deadline. No. I'll still be accepting them, and you can still choose to pass all of your requirements even though they come from unit 1 and we're already on unit 4. You can choose to submit them all in unit 4 or before the STEM ends, but of course due credit is given to those who passes their activity early on. So I'm doing this so that you also have time for your other subjects and that you don't feel pressured to learn and to do the task that will be given to you. So for content delivery, so how will we be discussing our lessons? So since contemporary world is often like a topic that is very heavy, we need your opinions, we need real time opinions. I think that we will have synchronous lessons from time to time, but they will not be often. So it will most likely be delivered through Google Meet, and it is not compulsory. Of course, I also understand that you have struggle with connectivity, your gadgets, your data, your load. So I will not have this compulsory for you guys. So for asynchronous lessons, meaning those lessons that are online only and will not be on real time, this will be delivered as content videos and will be posted on our Facebook group. I'm thinking of making one, or the Google Drive if you can't access the Facebook link. So for your scorecards, if you're not familiar with scorecards, they are they're cards that have your scores. So what are they and what do they contain? So it is distributed every end of the unit or term. And I actually have an early task for each section. Please send me a Word file containing all of your working emails. I have your emails from your class records, but judging from experience, the ones listed on your class records ano system, the emails that you post there are usually not the ones that you are using during actual classes. So please send me a word file containing all of your working emails. So here is an example of a scorecard. So this one I used with my previous RPH class last sem. I just covered the I just covered the name of my student here. So here are the type of the activities, the number of the activities, the scores. So here are the evaluation and comments, of course. So what good is the scorecard going to bring you? So they actually is very helpful in keeping track of your progress, or just basically letting you know of what you've done through the whole unit, or what what came of your activity or finished output. So that's all. So this week I will be posting your lesson 1 content video for lesson 1. So I will that also requires that I will be also giving you our first activity. So don't feel panic. We're already at the second week of March. So I hope that you guys will also finish your activities and tasks every time we give them to you. And also, I have decided not to post pre-test because I have scanned my file for the pre-test and they somehow did not relate to the the way that we will be presenting the lessons every now and then. So I have decided to hold the pre-test and just uh, yeah, we will not have the pre-test. So that's all. Thank you and have a good day. So if you have any questions, just DM me or whatever on my messenger. Thank you.